Hey, I'm Kalora, and welcome to Life Abroad with Purpose and Peace. Here we explore more than places. We explore what it means to create a life that feels like home through travel, culture, creativity, growth, and the beautiful journey of becoming. From Panama and beyond, I'm sharing the moments, the lessons, the beauty, and everything in between. So come along with me as we live, learn, explore, and grow, rooted in purpose, guided by peace. Welcome to Life Abroad with Purpose and Peace. And today's discussion is going to be alone in a foreign land, depression, anxiety, and menopause abroad. Living abroad can be a dream for many, a chance to start fresh and explore new cultures and discover yourself in ways you never imagined. But behind the excitement and beauty, there can also be shadows. For me, those shadows often have taken the shape of depression and anxiety, and they have followed me into the new chapter of my life. Layered on top of those struggles is menopause, a season of change that no one fully prepares you for. The hot flashes, the sleepless nights, the sudden waves of irritability or sadness, all of it comes without instruction. And when you are far away from home, from family, from familiar doctors, or a trusted circle of friends, the weight of it feels double. It's hard to explain what it feels like to go through this without support. Imagine waking up in a beautiful new country surrounded by color, life, and culture, and you're inside you feel gray and unseen. People may admire your courage for moving abroad, but they don't see the battles you fight in silence. The language barrier, cultural differences, and distance from loved ones that can deepen the loneliness. There are days when the isolation is harder than any joy your new environment may bring. And what happens when the person closest to you that doesn't understand? For many of us, it's a spouse, a significant other, family members. It can really be tough when your spouse brushes it off as all in your head or assumes that you're just ignoring intimacy, which is usually not the case for most women. That misunderstanding cuts deeper than the hot flashes or the anxiety. Instead of comfort, you're left with guilt. Instead of support, you're met with frustration. It makes the loneliness feel heavier because the person who vowed to stand by you can't see your pain. And if that happens, you think to yourself, who will? Depression and anxiety doesn't take a break just because you change your scenery. In fact, it sometimes grows stronger. And when you're away from the people and resources you once relied on, and menopause with the unpredictability amplifies everything, leaving you feeling not only disconnected from others, but sometimes even from yourself. Loneliness becomes its own kind of ache. It's not just about missing familiar voices, but about longing for someone who truly understands what you're going through. Someone who won't dismiss your struggles, but who will sit in silence with you. Still, I'm learning that even in this solitude, there are ways to nurture myself. Creating small comforts at home, a favorite tea, a cozy corner, or music that soothes you, exploring slowly instead of rushing to experience everything, allowing myself to connect gently with my surroundings. Finding virtual support, online communities can offer encouragement, even when face to face connections feel far away. Speaking kindly to myself, reminding myself daily that I'm not weak for struggling, I'm human. This journey abroad is not only about discovering a new country, it's about rediscovering myself and one of those most vulnerable seasons of my life. Although I may feel alone at times, I remind myself that countless other women around the world are walking through menopause, anxiety, and depression too. If you are one of them, please know this: you are not invisible, you are not failing, you are simply navigating a path that is rarely spoken about. and doing so with more strength than you realize. Living abroad has shown me that even in the saddest or the hardest seasons, purpose can be found in small acts of resilience, and peace can be nurtured in quiet moments of grace. That is what life abroad with purpose and peace means to me. Not a perfect life, but an honest one with healing and discovery, walk side by side, even in the midst of the struggle. So if you're dealing with the struggle of menopause, seek out a support group, um, contact a therapist, talk to other women in your family. There, are people that experience menopause, and it's very hard. Like, I know I've asked some of the older ladies that I used to drive before leaving home, how long is this going to last? And it was like eye-opening to hear some of them say, "Oh, you might experience this for the rest of your life. The symptoms may lessen over time. Talk to your doctor about probably doing hormone replacement therapy," which I tried, doing a patch, but because I have sensitive skin and eczema, the patches were causing me to have an allergic reaction because I'm allergic to adhesive on band-aids. So I'm allergic to the adhesive on the patch. It worked for a short period of time, but ultimately I had to stop using them. Um, as a woman, we go through a lot of things that men don't always understand, but I'm gonna tell you, don't despair. I started looking at other things to do, like art therapy for myself, drawing, because these are things that I used to do, gardening, photography. So, instead of sitting there dwelling and pondering on it, um, these are other things that I started doing. I started writing. I created a blog post. So this is what I'm actually now I'm turning into a blog post for other women. Um, Thank you for stopping by and tuning in. And if this helps just even one person, I am very grateful. Thank you for spending a little piece of your journey with me. I hope something you saw, heard, or felt here reminded you that life doesn't have to look the way you were taught it should. You're allowed to explore, you're allowed to change, you're allowed to begin again. And wherever life takes you, I hope that you find the courage to stay rooted in purpose and guided by peace. If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me as I share my life experiences, travels, reflections, and the journey of creating a life that feels like home. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep exploring and keep creating a life that feels like home. Rooted in purpose, guided by peace. Bye for now.